Hey guys and gals. So, let's say there's a plugin or there's a piece of hardware that you're lusting after and you want to purchase for your studio, but you're debating. You're having an internal conflict. Is this a good sound purchase for my studio? No pun intended. Well, I'm going to walk you through how I approach that coming up next on Madsen Musings. Alright, so this new plugin, a new piece of gear is shiny and you think, man, this might really help me do my job faster and all that type of stuff. Well, first thing I look at is how much money do I have in my account? I do this because I'm not willing to use a credit card to build up my studio. What I try and do is the approach where I do a job and I get paid. I put a significant chunk away for savings. I put what I need to put aside for taxes to the government, and then the rest is money that I can sit on. And I let it sit there for a while. And then as I have new jobs come up, I borrow from that and I pay for whatever gear, hardware, software I need for this next job. And then I get paid for that job. And then that money that I get is reinserted into my bank account, my business bank account. And so I'm never going into debt for stuff. I'm just kind of, what's that? Leapfrogging. I'm leapfrogging from job to job. So a previous job is paying for what I need for the new job, and then that job will pay for what I need for the next job. Now at the very, very beginning, it can be very hard to do this. In fact, it can almost be impossible. And so, full disclosure, I have gone in debt in the past for getting gear. Debt is something, personally, I feel very strongly about. I'm trying to avoid like the plague. Especially right now with COVID-19, having a bunch of debt, having a bunch of liabilities puts you in a less secure situation. So something for you to consider is getting out of debt the best way you can and then staying debt-free. Because who knows how long things like COVID's going to last or anything else that pops up. You want to have some stability and some flexibility. Let's get back to the equation though. So the equation, I look at how much do I have in the account. That's the top line. How much resources do I have to spend? Then I look at the cost of the item. This is all pretty self-explanatory. Most people do this. But the thing I think people don't consider is the next part. How much money can I make back from making this purchase and adding this tool into my toolbox over the next year? And I have a personal mantra of if I can't make 50% of the value back within the calendar year, even though I didn't go into debt to pay for it, then it may not be that great of a purchase to make for my studio. I'm trying to be picky. I'm trying to be very discerning. It's very alluring and it's very, I get emails daily from all kinds of vendors saying purchase this, purchase that. And you could go down that road. I've seen people go down that road where they buy anything and everything. And there's two outcomes that come from that, or there's two symptoms in my opinion. One is they typically have a whole lot less money on hand to be able to handle crises within their business. And then two, they typically don't know their tools that well. It's not because they're lazy, it's not because they're dumb, it's because they have 10,000 reverbs and they have 10,000 compressors, they have 10,000 whatever. And they're always buying the new stuff and they're not spending the time needed to really learn and master their tools. I'm the first one to admit I don't know all my tools backwards and forwards, not at the level I would like to, but I'm still working on that. There's a temptation. When you see a marketing video, you see a cool trailer or a walkthrough of a new plugin or a piece of hardware, be like, oh dude, this could be the missing piece. This could be the holy grail, that the keystone that could make my sound totally different. I can't tell you how many times I've purchased something with that expectation, especially early in my career. This is what's going to help me get to this sound I have in my head. Sound I have in my ears that I'm not hearing out of my monitors yet. The real truth of the matter is, once I've made that purchase, it doesn't change my sound. Not necessarily. I still have to go through a period where I learn the software or the hardware, and I get better and better and better at it. I'm training myself. I'm training my ears, my mind, to be able to diagnose the problems and then know how to fix them. So think about that. If you can't make back, even if you have the money in your account, even if you have the $300 for a new plugin, but if you're like, you know what, over the next year I may make $25 or I may make $100 or I may make $300, each of those different values show a different earning possibility. If you can add a plugin for $300 and then you make $500 off of it within the calendar year and you didn't go in debt for getting it, then man, that's a win-win-win. Go for it. But I shudder when people start going down the road of, I have all these little plugins to solve all these little small problems, when maybe you just need to dig in and learn your software, your hardware a little bit better, and spend a little time outside the box and think about how to solve the problem yourself instead of going and just buying something. And I'm preaching just as much to myself as to y'all. So again, it's a very easy equation, but basically I just take the amount that's in my bank account, what's the cost of the item, and then I say, all right, how much can I earn from this within a year? And if it's not 50% or more, then I'm most likely going to pass on it. If it's more than I have in my bank account, I'm most likely going to pass on it completely and just say, well, I need to figure out another solution. And I've talked to other people. I've talked to other composers or sound designers that I respect. And I'm like, dude, how did you do X or Y or Z? And most time it's because I couldn't afford whatever it was that would do it easily. So I had to dig in and figure out how to do it myself, which turned out giving them some really cool, unique sounds. Because think about it. If everyone else is buying the brand new thing and you go out and you buy the brand new thing thinking it's going to give you a new sound, you're going to sound just like everyone else. Unless you really apply it in a very unique, different way. And that usually comes with time and beating your head against a wall trying to figure out how the heck to do whatever it is you're trying to do. I hope that's helpful. Hit me up if you have any questions. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Take care.